What you're seeing right now is the background that you see in pretty much every single one of my videos. It's the SR4U boot wall, which at the moment is a little bit messed up. We're going to sort that out in this video, but the rest of my office remains pretty much hidden, and there's a very good reason for that. Let me just show you, because I think that's the best way. That's what's in front of me. So there's where the camera would normally be. You got the lights right there. This is what's in front of me at the moment, which is about, let's say, waist high. I mean, there's my waist. There's a level of that, if that gives you any indication. That's all messed up. This is all over the ground. A lot of this was on the SR4U boot wall, but a lot of it wasn't. There's a what's in my soccer bag that I've yet to put away. There's the turf you normally see, which at the moment is completely covered in stuff. And then, oh wait, there's even more boxes and shoes and just all kinds of stuff that I have not put away over the last 2 to 3 months. It's an absolute disaster. It looks like there was an explosion in here, and today we're going to be solving this problem, hopefully once and for all. Hey. Nice. So as I'm making this video, it is January 1st, 2018. Approximately 6 p.m. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because of New Year's resolutions, and I want to give you guys a little bit of life advice. I think the concept of New Year's resolutions in general, it's a good idea, but at the same time, I think if you need to make a major change in your life, a lifestyle change, you should make that change the second that you actually can. You shouldn't wait 6 months if it means waiting until the next year to start doing that one thing that you really feel like you need to change. So in that regards, I'm not a big believer in New Year's resolutions, but given the time of the year that it is, I think it's definitely relevant to say for me that my 2018 New Year's resolution is to be more organized, or at least be more proactive about being organized. Because while I have created this giant disaster, and this is not an excuse, I actually do know where everything is in here. Like, none of this stuff is like lost. If I really need a specific shoe that I know is in my office, I know where it is within this pile, which is kind of sad, but it just goes to show the laziness that I have in my life in regards to putting things away. What'll happen is I'll make a video for you guys. I'll take out all the shoes that I need to make that video. I'll go and edit it. I'll go answer YouTube comments. I'll go to the gym. I'll go test out shoes. I'll go do pretty much anything else aside from taking that 1 or 2 minutes to put the stuff away until it gets to this point where I have this giant disaster where it's probably going to take me like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to clean up, which is ridiculous. And I do this a couple times a year instead of just regularly cleaning it up after I'm done using it. So my New Year's resolution for 2018 is to just be more proactive about organizing my stuff, because clearly I have a problem. Before we start, I figured I'd just give you guys the tour. So here is where you initially walk in. If you're wondering, that is the door. Those are all the jerseys, and I will be making a jersey collection video in 2018. I know I mentioned it kind of like halfway through 2017 and I never got to it, but it will be happening. You can see I'm not even really organized with that. See, I used this shirt in a video not too long ago, and look, I just left it there. I could have put it back on the hanger. It's a really easy thing to do, but I didn't. I just threw it on top. Again, part of the problem. I've got this whole pile right here by my office, so this is the desk. Usually I would edit my videos there. Sometimes I use my laptop. And you can see the desk is not particularly organized either. If you guys have seen any of my live streams at FIFA 18, those have happened right here as well. So I guess we'll just keep it moving. Over here, a lot of these shoes on the ground were from the boot wall because I was kind of rearranging things to take a thumbnail picture, but still, they've been on the ground for like a day now, which is unacceptable. And then pretty much all the videos I've made over the last couple of months, all of those shoes are still in this room, either out of the box or in the box. And then a lot of the boxes have kind of ended up here in piles. See that Nike ID collection video I made not too long ago? All the boxes are still in the office. I have not put them away. And then there's just a bunch of stuff in here. And then there's the white desk that I use usually for the weigh-in parts of the video. So that's the tour of the mess. Let's clean it up. So we're about a quarter of the way through, I would say, and what I've essentially done is I've gathered all of the loose shoes, the shoes that were outside of boxes. There's some running shoes in there as well, but it's mostly soccer cleats. Put them in one giant pile. I would say it's roughly, I don't know, 200 shoes at least. I didn't count, but it's pretty ridiculous amount. And then all of the boxes that were in the office, I've created a wall, and as you can see, it's a lot of boxes as well. So keep in mind that most of these boxes are empty at the moment. What's supposed to be in the boxes are in this pile right here. Then whatever's left over that doesn't go in these boxes actually has to go from here into the main SR4U boot room out there. I gotta find the correct box and then put it away. So again, in 3 months, this is the disaster that I created. Let's continue. So about half an hour later, everything that was in this pile is now in its respective box, and then everything left over has to go into the SR4U boot room, and I gotta find its respective box, put it in there, which will probably take at least another half an hour. And then as far as the SR4U boot wall is concerned, you can see that some of the stuff that was in that pile I put back up here. I just have to reorganize it all. A lot of people seem to think that there's a very specific meaning to the shoes that I put on the SR4U boot wall, but really it's kind of just organized by models that I like that are older and also the current stuff. There's really no specific reasoning for certain shoes or certain colorways. So you can see at the very top row, I have some classic Adidas stuff, so Copa Mundial, a bunch of different older Predators, some older F50s as well. Then we're gonna organize this row right here. So usually on the second row I have kind of some of the classic Nikes from over the years. So I think the first one that I have that's like the oldest shoe, I guess it would be the Vapor 3 in this particular instance. So the Vapor 3 goes there, and then after the Vapor 3, it would be this guy right here, the Vapor 4 SL, which was like the pre-Superfly. Then came the Superfly 1. Oh my God. Then it would go here. So this is CR7's first ever signature model, this in the form of a Superfly 2. His first ever signature colorway, I should say. Then we have Superfly 4, so that kind of ends the classic Mercurial section. And then I've got the Flyknit Ultra as kind of the continuation of something really cool. I guess a current kind of modern Mercurial. This shouldn't be here. Put that there. This also shouldn't be here. We'll put that here. Tiempo. So here is the original Ronaldinho. Really like how that looks. I think that's a pretty cool shoe. Then I've got the Ronaldinho Legend 5 that they did. That was a limited edition release. Those are really cool. Then I've got some older T90 models. So here is a Air Zoom T92, a Laser 1, and then the original Hypervenom Phantom 1. This is actually a prototype variation, which obviously took over for the T90 line. So that is now a Nike row, a classic Nike row. Then from here, I usually put Adidas. So this is kind of modern Adidas. So I've got an X model, I've got a Predator, I've got a Copa, I need a Nemesis. So I kind of try to have a representation of each line. I guess we'll just use this Nemesis for now. Put that there. That kind of covers the 4 main lines from Adidas at the moment. This can get out of the way. Oh no, this was supposed to go up here too. This is the first Nike Tiempo Legend, if you didn't know. We'll put that there for now and we'll sort that out later. And then again, I try to have all of the modern Nike stuff represented. So we've got already right here, I guess we'll do a Superfly. We'll do a Magista Obra 2. We'll do a Phantom 3. It's a DF model. There's that. We got a Tiempo Legend 7, and I think that's it. I think if we just spread that out more, that'll take care of that row. And then usually in this row below, I have some Puma stuff. So this is modern Puma. I got that there, the Puma Super Atom, just because I think that's a really cool kind of representation of very, very old school soccer cleats, football boots. So put that there. I've got the Puma Future 18-1. Here's a Puma 1. Then I've got, usually I have an Under Armour section. So we'll do Spotlight. We'll do, this is like a special variation of the clutch fit, a regular clutch fit, and then one of my personal favorite Under Armours of all time. This is an Under Armour Blur Carbon 3. If you guys have watched the channel for a very long time, you would have seen my reviews and videos on this. At one point, this was my personal favorite, although the kangaroo leather variation, not the synthetic one that I have here. Then I have some New Balance, which all goes right here, so that would get spread out a little bit more evenly. And then here at the bottom row, I've got Mizuno, I've got Umbro, so this has to go in there somewhere, some Pantofolo stuff, and then some other just random things to fill in the rest of the wall. But that is kind of how I go about organizing the boot wall, if you're wondering. So about an hour and a half into this, now what I have to do is take all of these shoes, as well as all of these boxes, put these shoes in their proper boxes, and take all these boxes and put them in their proper place, all the way out here, outside of the office, into the SR4U boot room, where basically all the walls are lined in potential spots where those boxes should go, and the shoes I have to put away also go. It's gonna take a while, so I'm not gonna time lapse it. We'll just cut to when it's finished, basically. So about an hour and a half later, as you guys can see, everything is gone. The boxes, all the shoes on the ground. My office has a floor again, which is amazing. So I still kind of have to like mop up and sweep it, and maybe even vacuum certain sections. And around the edges, you can see I still have some junk kind of just cluttered, which I'm gonna go over probably tomorrow, if tomorrow ever comes, and clean up everything as it should be, and hopefully try to maintain it. Again, I'm gonna try to make this kind of my New Year's resolution, I guess not just for 2018, but for the rest of my life, because the way it got was completely out of hand, and when it takes you about 3.5, almost 4 hours to clean it up, that is less than ideal. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I am super tired and pretty much ready for bed. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it's SR4U_Josh. You'll see it on screen. It'll also be linked down below. You would have seen this disaster develop over the last 3 months, and you also would have seen over the last 2 weeks me procrastinating, telling you guys that I was gonna clean it tomorrow, legitimately meaning that. It wasn't just a joke. But I just never ended up doing it until the 1st of 2018. So hopefully for not just the rest of this year, but for the rest of my life, I can maintain some level of organization commitment, because I really think that's what it is at this point, and not let this office get to that point ever again, because that is obviously ridiculous. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear, including days where I just clean. Anyways, if you guys have any questions or suggestions for stuff you'd like to see on the channel, leave that all down below in the comments, and I'll take a look at what you guys have to say and answer any questions that you might have. All of my social media information is linked in the description as well. So if you aren't following me there, be sure to go ahead and check that out. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.